Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Live before lock. We got two left. Two left of the regular season. Then we're going to figure out what the postseason will look like. We got a weird one today. Mainly because we only have like 2 games tonight. So it's going to be a little bit difficult forecasting the rest of the game week here with not a ton of information. However, got a plan. We're going to go through game by game, try to figure out who's sitting when. But first and foremost, let's give away some stuff, huh? Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put a little hashtag last call into the chat to get yourself a shot at a rare tier curd because we're giving them away, baby. We're giving them away. So that's what we got. That's what we got going on. I got some fun news, some exciting news, some breaking news, if you will. Our guy John is going to join the show on Friday. Now, Friday, we're going to start the last live before lock of the regular season at 4 p.m. We're going to start a little bit earlier. We're going to have John come on. We're going to spend like 30 to 45 minutes breaking down the playoffs, what we need to get ready for, all that sweet, sweet stuff. So shouts to John for spending his Friday afternoon with us. And then after that, we'll dive in to the slate itself. Just a heads up to this weekend as we look at the schedule here in a second. The weekend, we've got games on Friday, no games on Saturday, games on Sunday. So really, if you think about it, we don't really have games tonight outside of the 2. We don't have any games on Saturday. We're down to like our last 5 days of the regular season. So pretty spicy, if you will. Pretty spicy. We're going to take a little sip here, a little happy hour action. Today, we went a little Pacifico. Whoa, Lunatico, you just got here? What's going on, bro? Where have you been? Lunatico? I feel like you've been here for a while. Welcome back. Welcome to the channel. There we go. What else? Let me just see. Did we get you? Yeah, it says we picked up a couple of new subs here. We like that. So anyways, let's dive into this. Let's dive in. Well, hey, we'll take the multi-accounting. We'll take it, brother. We'll take it. Let's dive in. Let's try to get a feel for how we're going to approach this game week, okay? Oh, it's Marco. What up, Marco? I'm telling you, man, this is like the silly season of the NBA. We've got some teams that are trying their hardest, some teams that aren't trying at all. Tonight, I do think is pretty straightforward here. So we have the Sacramento Kings taking on the Detroit Pistons. Both teams, I think, are still interested in winning basketball games here. On the Kings side of things, right, we've got the only real Q tags are Keegan Murray and Keon Ellis. Otherwise, full go on the Kings. You got Sabonis, DeRozan, Levine. Monk is back in action, although he's still projecting like pretty poorly lately. On the Detroit side of stuff, they're still without Jaden Ivey. Jalen Duren and Tobias Harris have both missed a couple of games recently. My guess is they're back. In action. we'll have to wait and see for the official report. I haven't honestly been like sweating the injury reports today, again, because there's only 2 games. So there's not too much to work with from there. Jake LaRavia is going to be out for a while for the Kings. I know I didn't mention him, but I think that's really all the info we have on those 2 teams. So we have we've got the Pistons favored by 6.5 at 229.5 point total. That's fun. And then we've got Miami and Philadelphia. And honestly, these guys don't really need to do anything, right? The 76ers have like won 4 games in their last like 40 or something crazy like that. We've got a Justin Edwards Q tag, a Kyle Lowry Q tag, obviously Eric Gordon, Maxey McCain, Yabusele's out, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, Joel Embiid. So that's on the Sixers side of stuff. On the Heat side of stuff, Tyler Hero missed the most recent game, so we don't know if he's back yet. Now, we also have Bam Adebayo with a Q tag, and that's interesting just because, Bam's been playing most of these games without Hero. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. You see Miami favored by 12.5. Like, I would like to think that means both Bam and Tyler Hero are playing, but honestly, hard to tell. Hard to tell because of how bad the 76ers are with losing games on purpose, right? So Tuesday gets a little bit more interesting. Tuesday, we have a pretty full slate. You have the Charlotte Hornets, who the Hornets, like, they have no incentive to win games either. I'm sure if we don't have injury news on them already, we'll have a bunch of Q tags from those guys, whether it's Mark Williams, Miles Bridges, like whoever it could be. I don't think we have any official reports on this. I'm looking at the Tuesday guys right now. Right now, all I'm seeing is on the Brooklyn side of stuff, no Keon Johnson, no D'Lo, no Cam Johnson. Giannis, who missed the most recent game, is probable for tomorrow. Josh Giddey is questionable for tomorrow. Vooch is questionable for tomorrow. You have Donovan Mitchell, who's already been ruled out. Kobe White's already ruled out. Herter and Lonzo Ball. So the Bulls are going to be incredibly thin. If you think Giddey's a go, man, he's a smash. But, man, the Bulls are going to be super thin at the guard position specifically. They play Cleveland. We already know Donovan Mitchell's out. These games don't matter for them too much. So no one's gonna like put their pedal down to the gas, right? Like the Bulls are clearly in the play-in game. They're clearly in the 9-10 matchup. Yeah, it could be THT time, bad step. You're right. We got the Wizards and the Pacers. Again, this game's probably not important here with the Pacers already clinched into their 4 seed. And the Wizards obviously aren't really trying to play real basketball, right? Atlanta, you got Trae Young, who's probable against Orlando. That's like a preview of what we're getting next week in that 9-10 the 8-9 matchup. Orlando currently favored by 4.5. Looks like Trae's going to go. The Pelicans and Nets, basically nobody's playing in that game, right? So again, like real scrub city, bitch. You can probably find some stuff with Brooklyn here. If there's no Cam Thomas, there's no D'Lo, there's no Keon Johnson. Could be like a Jalen Wilson time or a Tyrese Martin for the Brooklyn Nets, but that's going to be pretty gross. Celtics against the Knicks. I don't know if we've got an official report here on the Celtics. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything. The only thing I got for Charlotte, by the way, that I missed was Damian Baugh and Josh Green have both been ruled out too. But Celtics and Knicks, like, yes, this is a preview potentially of the second round of the playoffs, but there's no real incentive for either of these guys to go too hard. I could see the Celtics resting somebody. I could see the Knicks, maybe just trying to get back into their flow with Brunson. For those that weren't paying attention this weekend, Jalen Brunson came back. He played 34 minutes. Minnesota's at Milwaukee. Both of these teams will be trying, I think. Giannis, again, looks like he's probable. Minnesota will be a full go. They need to win all of their games. You got the Lakers against OKC. OKC favored by 9.5 tells me that they are playing all of their guys, right? So if OKC's playing all of their guys, okay, but also the Lakers have to win these games too, right? They have a real shot at a 3 seed. They have the driver's seat for the 3 seed. I think they want to make sure they stay on that side of the bracket because then they get to avoid Oklahoma City until the conference finals, which is a pretty important thing. So Lakers and Thunder, I imagine they're trying. Then you have the Warriors against the Phoenix Suns. This might be one of the better spots here to attack. Golden State needs to win these games, right? Because they're in the same situation. We'll look at the standings in a little bit. But also they're playing a team like Phoenix who doesn't play defense. So That's great. And then on Tuesday, the last game of the night, Clippers and Spurs. My guess is we see somebody like Kawhi Leonard sit in this game because, as we'll see, the Clippers have a back-to-back. So I'm sure we get him on Wednesday. I don't think we're going to get him on Tuesday. We get into Wednesday. The Celtics are going to be on a back-to-back. Orlando's going to be on a back-to-back. You'll have Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not on a back-to-back. Washington is on a back-to-back. We'll get Charlotte and Toronto. Toronto, we can't trust any of those guys, right? We've talked about that. The Lakers will be on a back-to-back. However, I still assume their guys are going to go because they're playing Dallas and they need to win that game. Miami and Chicago, some more play-in energy. Then you got Portland and Utah. God knows who's going to be playing in that game. Shout out Overzet's cousin just got extended today as Portland Trailblazers GM, probably to the chagrin of everybody in Miami for not getting Damian Lillard. San Antonio against Golden State. I could see Golden State resting a guy here, although, you know what, they still need that win. So even though they'll be heavily favored, maybe they just play them like 3 quarters, try to get a big lead, something like that. Then you got OKC and Phoenix, Denver and Sacramento. The biggest question mark for Denver right now is Jamal Murray. And then Houston at the Clippers. I mentioned the Clippers will be on a back end of a back-to-back. I assume Kawhi plays in that one. And then we got 5 games on Thursday. We'll have the Knicks against the Pistons. Neither team on a back-to-back. We'll have Cleveland against the Pacers. Neither of those teams on a back-to-back. The question will be, does Spida play that game against Indiana? Then we'll have Atlanta against Brooklyn. New Orleans against Milwaukee. That'll be a gross-ass game. And then at least we get a good one there with Minnesota and Memphis. So that's what we have. And then on the weekend, we'll have a big slate on Friday and a big slate on Sunday. I just so you guys can see the visual of what I was talking about with those Western Conference teams. The East is pretty much set, so we don't have to, outside of Milwaukee, Detroit, and Indiana, I think this is pretty much set. But look at this shit, man. Like, the Lakers have a 1.5 lead over the Nuggets for the 3 seed. Then it's the Nuggets in the 4 seed with a half-game lead over the Clippers, the Warriors, the Timberwolves, and the Grizzlies, all with the same record. So 4 through 8 is a half-game difference, and then Kings and Mavericks right there. But a lot of these situations are kind of set. So again, it's going to make this slate really tough. I was going to say it could be pretty low scoring, it could be pretty high scoring. That's not super helpful. That's really where we're at though. Like you could see some of these guys with super low caps who all of a sudden get put into a massive situation, minutes wise, and just cook in these games. You could also see like a lot of disappointing guys. Like I wouldn't be stunned if Donovan Mitchell doesn't play both games, or if they rest like a Mobley and Allen in the second game. Like there's a lot of variables with these teams who are either completely done because they're making the playoffs or because they're not making the playoffs, I'm seeing a lot of people put this into the chat. Last call. That's right. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag last call in there. We got 40 entrants right now. It does match, but you know what? I'm going to take it off right now. Let's do a mental health check. It's starting to heat up. It's starting to heat up in here. Let's do a mental health check, and then let's get cooled down. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. That's what I was talking about Thursday, you silly bitches. I was talking about Thursday. We already know Tuesday, and I was talking about Thursday, you silly bitches. All right. Shuckster. Whoa. Did the Shuckster get lost? What's he doing over here? Just a reminder too, I said this at the top. So we'll have another live before lock on Friday. And our guy, it's going to start at 4 p.m. Eastern, an hour earlier than normal. Our guy, John, Mr. John from SORARE, is going to be jumping on the show. We're going to be talking some playoff stuff, breaking it down for you. And then we'll go over the Friday and Sunday slate. And then that'll be it for the regular season. I should say on, I was smooth removing the hoodie. Yeah, you damn right. Still trying to figure out the best way to approach content for the playoffs. There's, a part of me is thinking about doing like an overview. Obviously, we'll do an overview, but doing something before the play-in, then something before round. Like maybe we do something before each phase. I think there's some real value checking in mid-series of a round, like mid-round 1, because it's going to be the first time we see like real playoff rotations. And I think that will be helpful for us moving forward into phase 2 and phase 3. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Weisberg was saying we just got some more news here. Let me refresh on the interwebs. All right, Al Horford's out. Porzingis is questionable. JB is questionable. Tatum is questionable. And then you got White and Holiday both probable. I still think based on that line we were just looking at, it does seem like one of those C's are going to play. But we'll have to see. Kobe and Lonzo's out. Who's going to replace him? Yeah, man, I don't know. We're like, if Giddey doesn't play, that really opens stuff up. But I do think somebody called it out in the chat earlier. If none of those guys are playing. So I switched over to top tier projections here. I do think if there was ever a week, by the way, there was ever a game week to stray from some of these projections and like IKB it, I know ball it, it might be this slate. It's just kind of all over the place. Let's sort by value here, see who's like really jumping off. Somebody named Reese Beekman, cool. Jose Alvarado, his cap has come back down to 21. He's logging major minutes. Sabonis, though, for sure is the play of the game week. With the cap at 34, projects for 48. We know they need to win their games. He's going to play both of them. I think Sabonis is fine. Not fine. He's great. Mobley with no Spida on Tuesday. He's going to cap at 38 with a projection of 50. I think that's pretty good. Levine's cap is still way down there. Norman Powell made the thumbnail, baby. Stormin Norman Powell. I think you can do that all day. Especially because I don't think Kawhi plays one of those two games, but I do think Norman plays both of those games. Ryan Rollins still been playing good. Tariq Whitehead there for Brooklyn. You see Ivica Zubac, Tyler Hero if he goes. The Pod God, Pajemski's been playing well. Jamal Cain for the Pellies. You got Yusuf Nurkic. So that's kind of the main stuff there for the value. When we look at projections in total, you got Luka, Giannis, SGA. I think, yeah, I mean, I think I'd put Giannis number 1 here in this one. Because Jokic only has one game. I think I would rank these Giannis, Jokic, Luka, SGA. I'd have SGA 4th this game week just because there's no real, like, I know OKC doesn't want to be on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak heading into the playoffs, but I just don't think there's any reason to put like massive miles on them, you know? So I think that is how I would rank the top end there. I'm curious what you guys have for me question-wise, though. Happy to dive into some of this. I'll be honest, guys. It probably makes sense to only go 50 minutes to an hour or something like that, just because like there's not enough news that we're gonna have breaking. It's like pretty self-explanatory for just tonight's stuff. Yeah, I mean, Luka versus the Mavs, sure. You could definitely do it if there's hate in his heart. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by it. I just with the Lakers, there's a chance LeBron goes nuts. Austin Reeves has a big game. With Milwaukee, it's literally just Giannis, man. Like Kyle Kuzma sucks. Ryan Rollins is out there, but it has to be Giannis the whole time. They're in games they have to win. They also played Memphis in one of those games, right? Or no. Let me check that schedule again. Because I think the key is to always target Memphis. Memphis plays Charlotte. They play Minnesota, and then on Thursday they play New Orleans. Okay. All right. Yeah. Either way, I'm fine with either one. Yeah, you're born with hate. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we can look at Siakam. He missed the most recent game, but not anything I'm worried about there. He's going to cap a 29 now, projection of 39. His cap has come way down. Again, a team like Indiana, man, they're pretty comfortable in the 4 seed. I think they have a 3-game cushion here? If I go back and look at the standings, I know you can't see it, but they have, they got a 3-game lead over the Bucks, 3 games behind the Knicks. Like, they're probably not aggressively doing anything, right? There's no need. They just rested Siakam in that win against Denver. Maybe they rest Halliburton once this week. I don't know. But yeah, man, this is the tough stuff. I think obviously play your lineups, try to win your rewards, of course. I think what I would be doing is starting to focus on the playoffs and just trying to think what your gallery needs before we get there. I'd start projecting a little bit of like what's going to be the highest series. I think for me personally is trying to figure out who is Memphis going to play in the first round, because I do think that is going to have some of the higher totals that we'll see in the playoffs. And like I think even if Memphis loses, say, in 5 games or something in the first round, I think there'll be competitive games. So we're not talking like a 4-0 sweep where they're down 20 in every game. Like Memphis plays these teams close. It's high scoring. So whoever they get matched up with, whether it's, Memphis OKC in a 1-8, because it could be anywhere from 1-8 to 4-5, right? And so I think as we figure that out this week, that's the place I would like to target. They just can turn any matchup into a track meet. I was looking at some of my best ball stuff from what I drafted prior to New York being banned from Underdog, and it's insane how much like Clippers I have, which ended up looking really good. I have a ton of Minnesota and Golden State from when they were going like barely drafted. That all looked really sharp. But man, I got a ton of Memphis and a ton of New York Knicks. And that is scary. That is scary. But I can tell like this game week is fucked for you guys too, because I think I've had like 3 questions overall. So I could tell everybody is a little like gun shy. Pew, pew, pew. Shout out John Moran with what to do this game week. You're just kind of clicking buttons. It's gross stuff. But yeah, is Jaws dad the Grizz coach now? Hopefully. Best you want? How'd you end up in? Oh man, down. I think I got 500 back, 600 back. I think I got 600 back. But I mean, my team's all shit to bed. Like I had a lot of. If you didn't have Giannis or Jokic, man, you were cooked this past week. You were cooked. Shout out Winky Christ on DraftKings though, who went first and second. 150K, man. It's crazy. Yeah, let's look at Jaren Jackson Jr. He should project well. I know his cap is, cap at 34, projection of 45. You want the best 22 and under over here? Yeah, we can take a look at that. Let's say equal to. Oh, let's do it by projection. Yeah, Jose Alvarado for sure. Jose Alvarado for sure. You got Ryan Rollins over there, Champagne. You were asking for 18 and under. Yeah, just keep an eye on some of those that pop over here. Like the first one that's 18 and under looks to be Reese. Wow, Reese Beekman. Holy crap. Reese Beekman. Jalen Pickett, by the way, who's moved into the starting lineup with Jamal missing time, kind of secured some minutes. Grayson Allen there with the cap of 16. He pops as well. You see Vit Krejci. He's up there. Terrence Mann. There's some names for you. Can you give me Kuzma, man? Ugh. He probably projects well, though. Probably projects well. No, he doesn't. Cap of 28 projects for essentially 28. Excuse me. Man, mental health check. We gotta drink some water. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, I think it changes you. There you go. All right, Zubac seems to be the guy there for 44 and under that pops the most. Then you got Hero, Mobley, Ant-Man. I do like Ant-Man a lot. Steph Curry down there, Scatman, Karl Anthony Towns, scam out of bio. But again, he's got that Q tag tonight. You got Saboner, Franzi Vogts, Devin Books, Dyson Dans. So there's some names for you. It is gross stuff, man. Hey, Aaron, we're talking Booker or Bane. Let's look at the projections. Booker's been cooker a little bit lately. Cap at 38 with a projection of 46.1. Bane, on the other hand, projects for 43.4. I think part of the reason his projection's down a little bit is the assumption is John Moran is back for at least one of these games. I'm assuming both of those games. So that's why Powell, also Norman Powell. I think Alvarado projects better here. I honestly, if Alvarado doesn't have a Q tag, I think I would lean Alvarado only because I think Norman Powell is going to play both games. I do, because the Clippers need to win. But if you had to pick one Clipper that sat, not named Kawhi Leonard, for that game against the Spurs, it would be Norman Powell. And because you won't know that information before lock, I do think I would lean Alvarado slightly ahead of Powell. Yeah, Watford, dude. Like, what's going on, man? Look at these Nets, bro. He's projected for 27. Where do you see 38? Where are you seeing 38? Seeing 28, baby. I'm seeing 28. Do we think Vucci sits? Yeah, man. I think the Bulls, like, if you look at the standings here, the Bulls, well, actually, I don't know, man. I can see them wanting to get to the 8 seed. I'm gonna say Giddey and Vooch play. I'm gonna see they play, but I don't know. I'm just yelling stuff. Oh, RotoWire. Yeah, RotoWire's ass, dude. Oh, a little Pacifico Clara. What else you guys got? I'm gonna make some dinner after this. Little birthday dinner. Excited about it. We're cooking instead of going out because it's a Monday. All right, what do we got here? Taking some of my cash and entering some of these dance playoff drafts. Yeah, dude, draft for me, bro. I wish I could draft. Only got 23 in. Claxton or Ware? I actually think I would lean Ware here, 3DK, because I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit, well, not nervous, but if Bam doesn't go, Ware is just a smash. He projects for 30. Claxton projects for 26. Yeah. So Ware, even with Bam projected to play, is a better play. So do that. Tosan there projects for 22.4. You think Hero and Bam sit out tonight? I think Hero's back and Bam is out. Hero back, Bam out. That's the Zakarian take. I would lean like Haywood Highsmith, maybe Jaime Jaquez Jr. Gets a little bit more run or any run. I like that. Maddie says, I like how the daily is 130 with MVP, and there are only 2 games tonight. Not sure if you could actually use all those points. That is pretty funny. Yeah, I don't think you can. I accidentally did a Splash Sports contest that has where you pick from 6 slots. Let's see how many people are in that, by the way. We're up to 50. There's 50 people tonight in a contest with 4 games where you pick 6 slots. 6 slots. Shout out. That's not about women. That's about Shorzy. Which is hilarious. That is hilarious. That being said, you should join the Splash Sports contest if you haven't done it yet. We're having fun over there. Let me actually make sure. Excuse me. I don't know what's been going on with my voice lately. I need to find my voice. But anyways, that's funny. Best under 12. Sure thing, DJP. Let's see what we got. For under 12. Oh no, whoops. It's gonna be oh wait. Yeah, no, I was doing that right. Reese Beekman. Then Derek Whitehead, some Brooklyn Nets out there. Next one that comes up is Jamal Cain from the New Orleans Pelicans. Then you got Drew the Eubanks is open. We got JT Thor. Anybody else down there? Did you say 12? Yeah. Antonio Reeves there for the Pellies. Anybody else? You got Cole Swider if you're trying to get low, the cap of 6 over there. There you go. There's some for you. There's some for your brother. Jordan Hawkins. Yeah, we can look at what the Hawk says. I don't have a good read if he's going to play or not. They got him not playing. He's got him not playing. Injured. He's got a lumbar spine annular fissure. That sounds like he needs to get a new desk chair. I'm thinking about risking and playing Collins, Probs, Vooch. Yeah, you could do that. You could also, is Jalen Smith back in action? What about Jalen Smith? His cap is 20? No, don't do that. What about Collins? Yeah, Zach Collins probably the better play there. Ryan Rupert with a cap of 1. Yeah, sure. Do it. He ended up getting there this past game week, right? Because he had a cap of 0 and he went I think he had 7 and 4 in that game or something with a couple of steals or something like that. Apple 22. What's up, Apps? Running out of Giannis. Wait, Giannis, Siakam. Wow, dude, that's a fire lineup. Apple, what contest are you putting that in? Is that common, limited, rare? That's really good. Is Ty Jerome is like? Well, what do you mean 3DK? You mean like is he going to get the most minutes with Donovan Mitchell out? Yeah, like Ty Jerome should be like Ty projects okay, right? Cap at 21 with the projection of 27.7. I mean, I think for me personally, I would be trying to get to Darius Garland. Like I think Garland and Mobley are the two biggest beneficiaries. Yeah, you can get to so we have Porzingis questionable, right? Luke Cornett definitely gets a boost with no Al Horford. Also, I have a fun Celtics announcement, I think. I don't know when I can tell you guys that though. It's actually not that spicy, but if you're Celtics fans, I think you'll like it. Luke Cornett, though, cap at 21 with the projection of 23. I would say that goes up to like 25. If Porzingis is ruled out, though, that's fun. If Porzingis is ruled out, that's fun. Keita, you get a cap of 11. Yeah, that's fun if he gets ruled out. I like that. Also, it doesn't really make sense for Porzingis to play. Like the Celtics shouldn't be trying. You know what I mean? Celtics should not be trying. There's no reason. Magic Murillo in the house. Let's go. What do we think on a Luka and AD revenge game? Yeah, man. I think they're like, listen, they're both great plays. You know, I think they're fine. If you have them, you're playing them. I guess like Anthony Davis projects for 41 because they only have one game he's only projected to play one game. Are the Mavericks all playing one game here? I thought they had two. No, they only have one game. Yeah, that's the problem with AD. With Luka, I'm fine with Luka, guys. I really am. I'm fine with Luka. Obviously, he projects the highest by a little bit. I'm just saying, I think I'm taking Giannis over Luka. I'll make a slight amendment, though. I'm no longer taking. I'd rank them Giannis, Luka, Joker, SGA. That's what I would do. Is Hardy playing and pick Svi or Vando and Price? What? DJP, what is this question? First, all right, is Hardy playing? I don't know what the Hardy Party situation is. He's pretty hit or miss. He projects for 10.4. Again, only one game. And then you're saying pick Svi or Vando? I don't really know. I don't really know what Svi's doing here. He projects for 11. Vando projects for 11. Yeah, you can pick from that. And Price or Pat? Who's Price? Is that Prince? All right, Prince projects for 22. And then what was the other one? Prince or Pat Will? Is it Pat Will? Is that what we're looking for here? Yeah, I think I would take Prince over Pat. Hold on. No. I would take Pat Will. I know. So Prince projects better. I would take Pat Will, especially if we think the Bulls might be super short-handed. I think I would take Pat Will. I think I would. That's a vibes play. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna be doing a lot of vibes, baby. Give me Mobley over Booker. Give me Mobley over Booker. Hardy is hurt. Magic Murillo saying he's not playing at all. He's already been ruled out. We got a sneeze. We got a sneeze coming. We need to do a video. I'm sorry this didn't come with a hand job. I just don't think it's included in the airdrops. It's stylistically, that's tough to include that in an airdrop. All right, we're back. We got the sneeze out. Started Luka, LeBron, and Nick Stack, Brunson, and Cat. There we go. Can we go for Craig Porter Jr. with Spida? I mean, probably. Let's see. He projects for 5, so maybe not. Maybe not. I think you need more Cavs to be missing for Craig Porter Jr. Woo! You know? Guys, I just got some New York Liberty tickets. Isn't that exciting? We're going to Slam Night at the Barclays. Slam Night against the Golden State Valkyrie. All right, Tommy in the chat. Jokic, Sabonis, Turner, Siakam, Levine, Turner, Siakam. Do you think they sit one? Yeah, man, it's really hard to figure out these Pacers. I feel more confident that Siakam's going to play his games after missing the most recent one. So I feel most comfortable about Siakam. I have no idea about Turner. I like that lineup, though. I do like that lineup. Yeah, I would play Pritchard. I think Pritchard's fine here, right? So what is his cap at? His cap is at 24. Yeah, man. Because, like, listen, even like you got all those probable and questionable tags. You just kind of need one more to sit out of like, and I know Porzingis doesn't play the same position, but it allows them to go small. Like if one of Tatum, Brown, We don't think White or Holiday. Tatum, Brown, Porzingis sits. All of a sudden, that opens up, 35 more minutes. Sam Merrill or Jackson Hayes? I think it's Hayes for me. Hayes projects for 16.5. Merrill. Oh, no, Sammy Merrill, kid. Sammy Merrill projects a little bit better. And if you assume Donovan plays tonight, right, then they get a couple days off. Then maybe Garland sits the next game, right? They're resting different guys. That should boost up Sam Merrill's projection a little bit. Oh, Idris Adebayo. Let's check Idris. Not in the system. Billy Jackson needs to step it up. Ryan's got Jokic, Giannis, Stormin, Norman, Alvarado, Pickett. Yeah, I think you are. I think you are winning. I think you are. Here's the thing with Luke Kennard, Magic Murillo. You need somebody to be out for him to hit, because since cap of 16 projection of 19, he's fine. But since like the last 2 or month and a half, really, I don't think his usage has been the same. So they've kind of been going like Jaws being back, right? And then Scottie Pippen Jr., they're going to him a little bit more now as like the first guy off the bench. So I think it's fine. Just not the same upside. What do you think about Jokic? But yeah, that's a sick lineup, dude. That's a sick lineup. Bam. I thought we already did Bam. Bam, I thought you were doing a bit or something. Bam has a cap of 39. He projects for 48.6. The only problem is he's questionable tonight. Let me do a quick refresh. Should we get any other Q tag things? All right. Jose Alvarado officially questionable for tomorrow. Jordan Hawkins officially out for tomorrow. Kelly Olynyk is questionable as well. Jesus, man, that Pelican stuff is crazy. I think that Jamal Cain becomes a lot better of a better play now. Maybe you just like go for the really fringe Pelicans and hope they all sit. Chris Middleton's out. Keyshawn George is back. Just got word that Siakam is questionable for tomorrow. I missed that. That makes me nervous about Siakam, guys. Jordan Hawkins is not playing. I don't really have a good read on Alvarado. Listen, these teams have nothing to play for. So my lean would be none of those guys are playing. I love that everybody's asking the Alvarado question. Yeah, my lean is they're not playing. Again, I don't know. Listen, New Orleans has shut down everybody on their team. I could just see them running Jamal Cain out there for 45 minutes, So I think I'd be more like, if Alvarado goes, you want to go upside. Listen, I was saying this earlier too. This is dog shit week for a lot of teams. So you can, if you're right, if you play Alvarado when you're right, and everybody else is scared to play Alvarado because he's a Q tag and he's got that low cap and he goes absolutely batshit, then you're way ahead of the field. You're way ahead of the field, but I don't know. All right. I would rank these. Carl, what's tough about this, so Garland projects for 44. Yeah, I would rank up Garland, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Miles Turner. Miles Turner in last place because the Pacers don't have anything to play for. Onyeka and Triple J, I think it's going to be Onyeka. I think it's going to be Triple J. Yeah, it's Triple J for me. That's close, though. That's close. But again, Atlanta's kind of where they're going to be. I know they have 2 games, but I don't think they care about winning the first game or the second game. You know what I mean? They shut down Zion. They shut down CJ. Like, it's not like they already know what they have in Jose Alvarado. I'm sure they're just like, whatever, dude. Let's just, like, run other dudes out there. That is my take. I don't, like, let me see what we got for Pelicans here right now. So I could see them just being like, man, Yves Missy, I think, becomes a little bit of a better play. Carlo Matkovic, Elfrid Payton, Keon Brooks. Like, what did Elf play last game? Elfrid Payton is going to play like 30 minutes, guys. I think Elfrid Payton, man. I kind of think Duran's playing tonight. Yo, Jordan Santaga, let's go, Jordan. You got a PJ today? Yeah, of course we can, man. Of course we can.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
So, good question, Aaron. Portis was just a suspension. Like, he should be back soon, right? They have him back for this game. He's off the injury report. Bobby Portis is back. Welcome back, Bobby Lobby. Suck it, Kuzma. I think that is great. They need him. There's no Dame. I think that's good. His cap is too high right now, though, right? Like, if you look, I think it's in the 30s, right? Yeah. I mean, he projects for 30. You could let it rip if you want. He's probably in good shape. That's an exciting get for the playoffs, though. I think he's going to play massive minutes in the playoffs for them, especially because I'm just assuming no Dame time. No Dame time in the playoffs is my take. So that's kind of where I land. What else you got? Bobby's back. Buck season is saved. Yeah, you would think. Who would you play, Shuckster or Zakarian? Shuckster. Only one of us has a clip up here. I also love that the only clip I have uploaded right now is me making a sick play where I get a rebound, find a guy in the corner for a shot at a 3 at the buzzer to win the game, and it's a miss. I don't have any of my jumpers up there. Although, if I still have it saved, I'll upload. We'll fucking take a look at some Zakarian jumpers if I still have it up here. I think I deleted it, though. I think I deleted it, right? I'm sure I didn't keep that up there. Let's see. Do we still have it? We need more clips. I would take Joker over Tatum because it's not guaranteed Tatum's playing too, like he already has the questionable tag. What do you mean? No, are you seriously? Dude, that was as time was expiring. What do you mean a rebound is a stretch? Do you guys not know how the fucking game works? Or so are you guys just plugging guys into lineups? You guys are just plugging guys into lineups without watching the ball? Without watching hoop? That is a rebound. That was an air ball shot to try to win the game. And I got a board, found the guy in the what do you mean found the guy in the corner? You guys are clowns. You guys are clowns. Oh, Jokic I'm still taking Joker. I know like everyone's freaking out about the Nuggets and rightfully so. I'm still taking Joker. Matas or where this game week? Wow, that's actually pretty close. That is pretty close. I think I'm going Let's see what Matas's projections are. Yeah, man, that's close. So if we find out Bam is out before tonight's game, before lock, which we should, then I might go where. But Bucella's a slight lean right here. Wow. I still can't. No, this was a pass. What do you mean it was a pass to you? That was not a pass. Jordan Hawkins is not playing. He's already been ruled out. I wouldn't play Jordan Hawkins. I would play Duncan Robinson over. Actually, you know what? Kyle Anderson gets a boost if Bam is out. I like Kyle Anderson. I like Kyle Anderson too. Do you count the man? DJP, listen, bro. You have proven over time that you don't know ball. So I'm not worried about these takes right now. Okay. You want to see some fucking made shots, bro? Wait, what is not? Oh my God, Stephen A. Smith not leaving the. Oh man, Stephen A. Smith is a clown, bro. All right, hold on. Let's find it. We're gonna find it. Or you guys want to see some fucking shots? We'll see some shots. Although Twitter's not storing stuff like they used to. What's going on, bro? Are you kidding me? Twitter's garbage, man. It really is. What happened to the place I love? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the place that I love? You guys are probably asking questions right now. I don't care. I don't care now. DJP with his shitty takes pissed me off a little bit. So we're gonna go find some Zakarian mixtapes. Let's see it. Let's see where it's at. I know it's in there soon. We just tweet out too much garbage, man. There's some campaign stuff. We're getting closer. We're almost at the end of the season. My season. Wow, we get some baseball clips up here. Let's see. Where is it? Some 50 Cent stuff, some Conan stuff. We're almost there, baby. I can feel it. Feel it in my fingers. All right, here we go. We found it. Let me catch up. Hustle play, Mike. That shot was so bad that it flew straight into your hands. Yeah, it's called a rebound. Why am I getting penalized for that guy's missed shot? Do I have New Balance shoes? No, I got KDs, baby. I got KDs. I thought I had them right there. Bam is out. There you go. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bam is out. Fire up the Bam. No, you know you don't know ball. Let's go. Let's see it. Let's go. Let's see the chaos right now. Bam is out. Drees is out. Fire up your Kalel Wares, your slow-mo season. But more importantly, this is who you should all be playing right now. Need the volume up. That for sure counts as a rebound, by the way. Clown. Corner. Hit him with it. You can't see it. We just went through the legs right there. Time. Unbelievable, you clowns. Yeah, that is a rebound. If somebody shoots an air ball, that is still a shot. It's a rebound. He projects for 20, I think it was 6 points. Claxton is 26 points, right on the dot. Let's see. What's the cap on Zakarian and how he projects this week? Cap is low to start the season because I think I mentioned this the other day. Our team got a lot better and we won, but that means less Zakarian shots. So we went 3 for 5 from 3. I think we finished with 11 points, something like that. But that's okay. Yeah, it's really a rebound when someone airballs. What is the difference between an airball shot attempt and a shot attempt that goes off the backboard or that goes off the rim? Yeah, it's a shot attempt. As long as it's a field goal attempt, that's a rebound. You rebounded the shot attempt. It's like I guess like the difference between I'm assuming international audience here. The difference between footy and basketball is a shot on goal and a shot, right? You have two different stats for that. This is just a shot. It's just a field goal attempt. Duncan Robinson and Rec League. The premiere, I didn't actually go to the movie. I didn't see the movie. I just got to go to the after party. And it was sick. It was fun. What else we got? Might have to use my market credits on Zakarian. Hell yeah, brother. Charity game defender right there. You clowns. You know what, Joakim? You don't have to be sold on me because the sheep are out there. The sheeples are out there. Hero's in. There you go. Fire up Hero, bro. Let's do another drop. Let's do another drop for our guy, Tyler Hero. Where is he? Where is he? Light him up. This is for Stan Love. I can't believe you guys aren't calling this a fucking rebound. Like, look at this, guys. This is so clearly a rebound. He's going ready, attempting a shot at the buzzer, almost buzzer. Can't believe I'm getting dunked on for that. Unreal. Fucking casuals. The casuals are in the chat. Yeah, thank you, Jordan. Jordan gets it. Hey, speaking of getting it, that sounded way more sexual than I meant to. We still got a giveaway there. Look at the corner guy's jumper. No, he actually is really nice. I think he hit like 7 threes in our first game this season. Pods or Ware? I think I would go Khalil Ware. Also, Hershey, that was a good bit. Good callback. Thoughts on playing Pell and Zach Collins? Yeah, I feel more confident in Pell, our guy Larson. I feel more confident in him than I do Zach Collins. But somebody shouted out Zach Collins a little bit earlier. I think it makes sense to take a shot on it. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the timer. Guys, you listen, I'm gonna just end this, not the stream, but just end this discussion. You guys tune into this twice a week for like 90 minutes. You ask me the plays, I tell you the plays, I break everything down for you. I'm telling you, it's a rebound. Alan, yeah, half the Bulls are out. That so far we have a lot of questionables though, right? We still don't know about Vooch. We still don't know about Giddey. Those are game time decisions, so we still don't know. Norman Powell does project well. Yeah, you can fire up your Storm and Norman. He made the thumbnail, so you know he projects well. He projects for 36.3 with a cap of 23. Yeah, Boardman gets paid. Contrabus. There you go, dude. Relax. What's up, buddy? What's up, Saltita? Boardman gets paid. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know I'm right. Oh, man. Although, listen, to your credit, they don't keep track of that on the website. Well, how does Giddey affect Collins? Vooch will be rested, trust. Well, I mean, the more guys that miss, the better. And Vooch, Giddy impacts Collins in the sense that they can still play Giddy at like a small ball situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say they're playing him at a 5. Listen, if you want to play Zach Collins, you want to play White Gumby, go play him. They still have Jalen Smith over there too, though, right? Is Turtle playing Sid Justine? Yeah, probably, but not a ton. Not a ton. He's going to play 22 minutes. He projects for 28 points with his 33 cap. 33 cap. So you can play him, but he's got no upside. He's got no ceiling. You need him to get like 10 blocks in the first half. A rebound is an undefined period following the breakup of a romantic and or sexual relationship. Who's ready to yell?
Well, the top.
I would go with Sar over Alvarado. I'm nervous Alvarado is not going to play. I don't think KD's coming back, me personally. I don't think we'll see him again in a Phoenix Suns uniform, but I don't know. What do I know? Definitely not what a rebound is. What else? We got a few more minutes. I'm going to spin this giveaway here in 5 minutes, and then we'll do members only. Hey, by the way, too, if you guys have been missing some of our fantasy baseball content, if you're thinking about sliding into SORARE MLB, we've been putting up content on Sundays and Thursdays. There's a lot of chatter in the Discord too, by the way. If you're not in the Discord, recommend jumping in there. I've been enjoying it. Honestly, I've been doing like all right too, considering I'm pretty cash. But I've been doing pretty good. So and having fun with it too. So if you are thinking about dabbling into the baseball streets, I've been doing mostly just only limited contests. But having fun with it. So yeah, jump in if you'd like. Check out that content. Also, make sure you're subscribed to our other channel as well for the NBA bit. You should be hanging out with us Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I mean, Monday through Friday, excuse me. Do we think Portis lights it up? I'm nervous about his first game. More excited about him next week when we get into the playoffs. I think Portis is a great play for the playoffs. I don't know if he's going to be fully stretched out, if you will, and like able to play 32 to 34 minutes. But again, with this game week, it is such a shit show. I totally think it's in the realm of possibility with no Damian Lillard that Bobby Portis goes out there, plays 28 minutes, puts up like 24 and 12 in those minutes. So I'm fine with it. I would go Hayward Highsmith over Saloon. I think with the news that Bam is out, right? Highsmith already was projecting for 18. I would put that at like 24 now. Saloon projects for 22 and a half. I think I would lean Highsmith. That's me personally, though. Kelly Olynyk also questionable. I'm just really nervous those guys aren't going to play, the Pelicans. So if you think he's going to play, he's a great play. Olynyk is a great play. He's going to be out there a ton if he's good to go. I'm just nervous they're not going to play anybody. Jared Allen, Pod Goddard, Julius Randle. So ready, I'll just read off the projections for you. So Allen projects for 34. Pajemski projects for 41.5, and Randall projects for 36. So Pajemski clearly the highest projected guy, especially because they get that matchup against Phoenix is pretty nice for them. The best cap of 23. Again, I'm going to read these out for you. So I'll like read out the projections as well. I'm just going to keep it on the giveaway here. So the highest one, Alvarado, if he goes, projects for 37. Norman Powell, probably the safer one, projects for 36. Ryan Rollins projects for 34. I think that comes down a little bit if Portis is back. Justin Champagnie, we know the Wizards are pretty short-handed. He projects for 34. 33, excuse me. Yusuf Nurkic projects for 30. Bruce Brown for 30. Kuminga for 30. Lonnie Walker, the fourth, 30. Drew Timme for the Brooklyn Nets, actually probably a pretty good play this game week, projects for 30. Rui Hashimura for 30. Royce O'Neal for 30. For 29. Both of those guys for 29. And then Ryan Dunn for 28. Keon Ellis for 28. Scoot Henderson for 28. So there's some. Yes, we did, you silly Snoopaloop. I don't know about the Jared Allen minutes be limited. I really don't know how Cleveland's going to handle it. I think there's a ton of risk in there. But two's asking about Anthony Davis. I think the concern is that AD only has one game. He should cook, but it's only one game. So buyer beware. You only project for 34. Yeah, you only do. Sorry, Alain. I know, Shuckster. I know. All right, last call to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag last call. And then again, if you are a member of this channel, we're going to fire up a second giveaway right after that. We'll do a second one and go from there. Do we still? I mean, AG's last couple of games have been solid, right? He's played. I think he's got up to 34 minutes. They don't play Monday or Tuesday. Wait, Tuesday late slate maybe? No. I was gonna see if I could see a projection on that, but I think he's gonna play like 36 minutes. 5-7, brother. 5-7, brother. 5-7 of Fury, my man. 5-7. No, I thought he got over 30 the most recently. Hold on, let me look up the Mavericks here. I thought he did. In that game against the Clippers, did he not get over? Let's see. So they lost to the Clippers 135-1. Oh, that one's probably a bad example because they got blown out. AD played 27 minutes in that game, like you said. Let me go back a couple of games because that was a blowout. And then he didn't play in that one. Let's look at the Atlanta game, although you just said it, right? What did he play in the Atlanta game where they won by 2? He played 30 minutes. Has he not played over 30 minutes? I could have sworn he did. Let me look at the Brooklyn game that they lost by 4. He played 28. No, all right. Yeah, maybe still around the 30-minute. Good call, Matthew. Good call. That's about right. That's about right. Robbie Dillingham, Sean, let's look up. I don't think he's going to have a decent projection. He projects for 0. For 0. All right, last call. Like the stream, subscribe. Then again, we'll do a second giveaway. We'll still hang out. Jump shoot just got in there. Let's see. Let's give something away here. Let's see. Alan says we got Giannis, Steph, Cade, Pele, Collins. Yeah, man, that's fire. So, like, that's an example where, like, yeah, you absolutely fire up a Zach Collins and a Larson, right? Because you're just getting massive, massive upside. We're basically 3 MVPs in your lineup. Yeah, those are the times that you take those shots. You know, those are the times. These are the times. Again, let me just a couple reminders of some upcoming stuff. I already talked about the baseball content. If you're not tuned into the NBA Bit, we do that Monday through Friday. Although this week, we got a couple of fun announcements, actually. This week, we're not going to do the NBA Bit, I think, on Thursday. I'm going to be on the Thursday edition of the Athletic NBA show, the daily show that they do. So if you're not subscribed to the Athletic podcast, go check that out. We'll be jumping on there late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So no NBA Bit on Thursday. We also can use a day off too, since there's not a lot going on. And then we'll have the Friday show. So check that out. We'll have a new episode of Hoop Sense on Thursday as well. Should have a fun announcement a little bit later in the week, I think. Maybe not till next week. We'll have to wait and see. That's some breadcrumbs for you. Shout out NBA Top Shot. And then, of course, this Friday, it's the last regular season SORARE NBA game week until the playoffs. We're going to be starting an hour earlier at 4 p.m. Our guy John from SORARE is going to come hang out. We're going to talk about the playoff stuff. We'll give away some fun stuff. Then we'll dive into the actual slate where we have games on Friday and on Sunday. And then come Monday, it'll be all right. Come Monday, I'll be holding. Shout out Jimmy Buffett. On Monday, what we'll do is we'll figure out some playoff stuff. All right, we'll figure out some playoff stuff. Shawnee says, "Can I run Cade, Ant, Vassell, Dunn, Jalen Wilson, or will lack of?" I mean, listen, it's a weird fucking game week, man. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You're behind for sure. Like, you need variance on your side, but you can do it. You can do it. There you go. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for you. Did you get the invite via Signal? Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's give this thing away, and then I'll fire up the members only. Again, you'll still see the stream if you're not a member. If you would like to be a member, though, we're going to start having some fun paywall stuff, paywall only stuff for the playoffs. So let me share that right now. We're copying the link. We'll put it in the chitty chat. We're putting it into the chitty chat. So join that. All right, here we go. Let's do it. 73 entrants. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Let's see. Ooh, AK, the Scorpio God, 92. I feel like you just got a W recently, too. Someone's calling it a heater. A heater. So there you go. That's the first one. That's the first one we're doing. I'm going to adjust the chat settings. AK, just make sure you hit me up here. Not like John Moran would with an AK, though. Am I right? Make sure you hit me up via DM. We'll hook you up later this week. I think I'm caught up on all of the giveaways. Might be missing one. We're switching to members only in 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go. Members only. Members only the rest of the way. Let's and for you non-members, still love you. Thank you for hanging out. Let's do Membies. No, let's just do it like that. Membies. 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 So go ahead. That's for the second one that we'll give away. Yeah, and then we're almost at the playoffs, baby. We're almost at the playoffs. We're almost there. Also, not a lot of reaction to the Jimmy Buffett stuff. Thought people were going to be excited about a little Jimmy Buffett down in Margaritaville while I'm having a Pacifico. Oh, Life of Poverty. Let's go. Well, look at this avatar. What's going on with Life of Poverty? Not safe for work, buddy. That's too hot. That's too hot to handle. What's going on over there, baby? Looking good, brother. I'm going to take my shirt off. Also, Wounded Geese in the chat. Love to see that. Love to see that. Also, already got the DM from our guy Scorpio God. Hell yeah. Yeah, you did just win, right? You did just win. Hell yeah. Appreciate all you members, too. It's a fun way to support the channel. Always appreciate it. All right, what game week is this, BT Dubs? So we're at game week. What are we at here? 45, 46? Is that right? What are we at? Oh, my God, I'm plugged into that MLB right now, not the NBA. I got to get over there. All right, we were at game week 48. Holy shit. So 48. We've given away 96. This will be 96 rare tier cards at least. Wow. Made a few random videos when some friends came to visit and never changed accounts. I love it, dude. Mike, you can take OKC and Celtics over every other team. Which would you take? Oh, you can't take Celtics or Thunder to win it all? I think I would take OKC in Boston. If you said you could only pick one of those, if you were like, you have to take OKC or the field or Boston or the field, then I would take it. I think the West is fake competitive right now. I know everybody's pretty excited that OKC lost a couple of games. I think OKC is going to run through the playoffs. I might be wrong. I think they're going to run through the playoffs. I think the difference with Boston is they have a real threat in Cleveland. I don't know if these other teams are real threats. We'll see. Could be proven wrong. If the refs swallow the whistle and it just gets so physical and all of a sudden the Thunder aren't getting to the line like they're used to, and now somebody else is required to make a couple of tough shots besides Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, then I think, I don't know. Stan, I mean, listen, who are you taking in the West? I think with the East, Cleveland is a real threat. I'm not scared of anybody else. I think Cleveland is a real threat. So I'm fine with that if that's why you think of it. But in the West, I mean, I don't know, man. You could tell me Minnesota. I'd be like, Minnesota's not scared of anybody. I've been banging the Clippers drums here for the drum for a little bit. I'd be fine with that. If you think it's going to be them. I mean, the Lakers have Luka and LeBron. You have Steph and the Warriors. There's a case for all of them. OKC hasn't had to really try in a while, And hey, listen, if they get the Clippers in the first round and the Clippers punch them in the mouth right out the gate, who knows, man? Yeah, I agree with this, JT. I'm not scared of the Knicks. I think the Pacers are interesting. I'm not scared of them. If the Bucks don't have Dame, they don't have a shot in hell. I don't think Detroit is fun. It will depend on matchups. You have Warriors versus Denver if they can avoid each other in the first round. Yeah, it's so funny because I think a lot of teams can beat Denver. I think the Warriors can beat a lot of teams, but I think Denver beats the Warriors just matchup wise. I'm with you though, Stan. I think the matchups are so important for the seeding. I kind of want the Clippers to avoid OKC right away. I feel like the Clippers can make a real run. I think the Timberwolves can make a real run. I think Golden State can make a run. I mean, Denver, a lot of people are freaking out about Jamal Murray. I am firm believer that they are just resting Jamal. I know the comments are a little bit concerning about Michael Malone, from Michael Malone last night, or 2 nights ago. I think it's a little bit more gamesmanship than anything else. So I don't know. I think Denver's fine too. I think they're just going to be rested. Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan. I'm excited to. If you guys aren't over on Playback, by the way, I'm going to drop a link to Playback. I think it's in the show notes as well. But go join the Playback room. We're going to be streaming. I know Mike and Sneeps have been streaming a ton of the Celtics games. I'm going to be doing a lot of the Western Conference stuff whenever I can. I'm going to be trying to do a bunch of it. So go hang out over there so we can have some fun. Did we get any other news here? Let's see. Let me just do a quick refresh. Otherwise, we're going to get on out of here. I know it's a relatively low-key one here. All right, Justin Edwards, a game-time decision. Dorian Finney-Smith is questionable. All right, Rui's been ruled out. Wow. Rui, this is actually pretty important. Luka questionable. Reeves questionable. Rui's out. Dorian Finney-Smith questionable. LeBron is questionable. Okay, this is actually pretty interesting for that game against OKC. That, to me, they got the one win that they wanted. They got the one win that they wanted, and that they're like, hey, that's okay. We now need to be healthy for the second game of that series or of that week. So that, to me, now, like, if you thought you were getting Luka one game, if you thought you were getting Luka 2 games, you're probably just getting that one against Dallas. They're going to make sure they get that victory. I mean, there's still a chance this is gamesmanship from the Lakers. Those guys are questionable every game, but Rui and Dorian Finney-Smith, like, there's a lot of guys on that Q tag. So that would make me a little bit nervous there. And we already saw that OKC was favored by like almost 10, I think. So that makes me think we are not going to be seeing them. I would take Cade over AD because you get 2 games from Cade, right? 2 games from Cade, I think. So that's what I would do. Yeah, fire up your Bronnies, baby. Fire up your Bronnies, baby. I love it. All right. I think that does it. I am going to go start making some dinner so that I look like a good husband on my wife's birthday. We're going to give her present. Not in a weird way. Although it wouldn't be weird. It's my wife. We can do whatever we want. I would take Nikhil. Oh, God. I think I would take Nikhil Alexander-Walker over Gary Trent Jr. Let me check that out for my membies. Nikhil projects for 20. Trent projects for... Is Gary Trent out? No, projects for 20 as well. I'd go Nikhil Alexander-Walker. So, Ryan, I actually think I mentioned this on Friday. I thought that's what we were going to do, but we ended up doing something else. I think I mentioned this. We're going to be doing a little Marry Me Chicken. Which is like a creamy chicken, basically. And then we're doing some cacio e pepe Brussels sprouts. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see if I do a good job. We're going to take the dog out, too, so we don't have to deal with that later. Although he's been a sleepy fuck. Nobody is like weather affected like my dog. He didn't want to go out at all day today. He's just been sleeping. He's probably logged like 19 hours of sleep. Incredible stuff. Tough life for the labby duty. All right, let's do it. Appreciate the membies. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Best of luck in this garbage NBA slate. Excited for Friday, though. Friday's going to be a fun one with John coming on. We can obviously figure out the game week for the weekend, but more importantly, talk a little bit about the playoffs and how we attack the playoff slate. And then also, get in the baseball streets, man. We're having fun with the baseball streets. That's right, Shawnee. We got my fucking Red Sox kid. We got a big Red Sox stack this week. There we go, Common Man. That's what we're going to end it with. All right, let's spin it. You know the drill. You win it. Hit me up. Only out of 22. Rooting for Poverty Man just because he's naked in his avatar. We're pro nudity here. Jump shoot. Let's go. Jump shoot. The baseball god. All right, y'all. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow for the NBA bit, possibly. Come hang out for that if you haven't. Otherwise, see ya
Atop the leaderboards. We out.